First ever live fix. Give everybody a couple minutes to get on here. I'll get a couple tools out real quick. Oh, I need that. And I can't find a good 1/4 inch. Where did I put that? I do not remember. One person, one like, okay. You on, Liam? Hello, somebody. Is that you, Liam? Guess not. That's sad. Yeah, the lighting isn't as good in this video because the cord for the lights on the garage, it shorted out. So there's no up above lights, but there got one more light I can turn on that might shine over a little bit. Liam, did you just comment? I can't. After a couple seconds, the comments go away. Talk Janet. Double O, Liam. Good to see you too. So this is the Husqvarna 130 BT. And the problem, there's a couple problems. Hold on, I'm trying to get this plywood out of my way. So one thing is it needs a new throttle handle because that is broken. And another thing is in the exhaust port, there is some carbon and it is starting to scratch the piston. So I'm going to scrape that out and put the new handle on it. And I spent 2 hours looking for this rope. It's not for this, it's for a different leaf blower I have on the floor over here out of sight. Which I don't know if I'll get to that because it's kind of late right now. It's 8 something. I don't know what time it is, to be honest. Liam, is this public or not? Because my sister said that my first live wasn't public. And of course I can't see it from here because I'm behind the screen. So, there's a couple missing out of there. I know where that ratchet went. Echo trimmers have a problem with carbon buildup for some reason too. Okay. Yeah, I'll keep that in mind. Double O. Rise up on it. Huh. Okay, so to get to the muffler, there's screws. There's one. I guess you can't see too good. There's a screw there, which are missing. And there would be one under the muffler. And then there is, and then there's one screw right here above the recoil. Okay. And they should be T25s. But all of these screws except that one above the recoil is missing. And we just haven't gotten around to getting different ones. Sorry, taking things apart. Leo. Notification came through on my tablet, and it's a real loud notification, and it scared me. I should have some screws from a steel backpack blower that should work in here that are those real coarse threaded plastic screws. If I miss anybody's comments, I apologize. I can't see them after a couple seconds. They go away, and I don't know how to get back to them. So if I miss your comment, don't be mad. So there's the only screw that's left in this thing. And it's kind of hard to move this thing around because I'll take the camera. Okay. I'll show you here because there's that much tube sticking out of it, so it's a little tricky to work with. I could just take it out, but I ain't gonna. And then that should come off. I might have to move that spark plug boot there. Yeah, there we go. We did put a new plug in it not too long ago. Whoops. Knocking stuff over. So that's T25s as well. You want to be careful when removing your exhaust screws because they can sometimes shear off and then you're in trouble. So just kind of be gentle with them. Oh, that wasn't even tight. Hey Liam, how do you get that voice to speak to you when there's a comment? Because if I don't want to sit here and read out the comments every time, that would be kind of nice. About the same. Okay. I hope David shows up. I apologize if I bump into the camera because this bit is that long and that puts me about an inch away from my stand. So here's the muffler. I had to take that stupid spark arrestor screen out of there and clean it up real good because it wasn't running very good. So I'll try to get the camera in there to show you. Hang on, I'm going to grab a light real quick if I can find it. I tell you, every time I turn around, something is lost. And yeah, it is all my fault. I will admit it. Because I put stuff in those random stuff, and then it gets moved. So, yeah. Kind of had to tear apart the garage a little bit to find that recoil rope. I don't know why I couldn't think of it. So, if you can see in there, which you can't, hold on, I gotta find a flashlight. Which I just had one earlier, and I don't know. I'm sorry. Okay, Liam. That's okay. Let's see. Does this light still work? No. I spent a long time cleaning this up here. Yeah, I know it's still not great, but compared to what it was, yeah, it's pretty good. Oh, I found that light. Sitting right there in front of me. Hold on, yeah, I gotta get you back in the camera stand. Here. Gotta get this cord out of my way for my tablet. Okay, Liam, yeah, I'll try that. So I'll try to get you in here. Yeah, I know, I don't have the greatest setup for doing this. DeWalt better? Nah, Milwaukee's best. But DeWalt's not too bad. I've actually never used their stuff before. Okay. So, gotta get this stuff out of my way. Yeah, I'm a little bit bad at this. If you can see in there, which I don't know if you can see that there's some carbon in there, and the piston has some scratches on it, and this thing has good compression. Yeah, Liam. I know your camera falls all the time. But there's some scratches on that piston, and I wanted to catch this before it ruined this top end because this blower still runs great and has good compression. Huh. Interesting, Liam. Are you talking about DeWalt tools like impacts? So what I'm going to use to clean that out is just a little pick. With a gentle, steady hand, you should be able to just scratch that out. Turn the camera. Hold on, I'm going to adjust the camera just a little bit here. Kind of like that. There, that's good. I'm going to try to make it to where you can see what I'm doing. Can you see that? Yeah, you can see pretty good, but I can't. Well, that won't fit in there because it's kind of bent. Use flat 1.9. I really don't. I got it. Huh. Interesting, man. Okay, I'm going to use the bent pick. Wouldn't fit in there too good, so I don't know if you guys can even see with or without that, but it'll be good. Don't worry. This is just kind of the least interesting part of my live. Trying not to get my face in the camera. Don't want to scratch that piston. I just cannot see at all. This table is relatively small, so it's kind of hard to work with. Yeah, there's a decent amount of carbon buildup in there. Hold on, I'm gonna grab a screwdriver. Wait a minute, I got a screwdriver right here. My channel messages are visible. Okay. I just fixed my comment problem. I just had a simple setting that was incorrect. And if you're going to clean out your exhaust port, you want to make sure that your piston is at the top. Liam, right now, I am trying to scrape out the carbon in the exhaust port, and then I'm going to put a new handle on this because it broke. So, let's see, this is relatively hard for even me to see. So, I don't know how to do this here. I think what I'm going to do is adjust the camera a little bit here. So, don't get mad if you see stuff moving. I think I'm going to put it down a little bit like that. You know what? I'm not going to do this scraping out the exhaust right now because I can't see it. You guys can't. And I don't want you guys to get bored. So, hold on. I can't read the comments upside down. Hopping out of that because I had a headache so bad. Wow, Liam, it was that bad? Did you ever eat something and did that help it? Yeah, she actually didn't get that 450 run though. Oh, I'm sorry, Liam. I'm sorry, Ronaldo. I thought that was Liam that was saying that. But what we are doing, Ronaldo, is trying to put a new handle on this 130 BT Husqvarna backpack loader. It looked like from where I was sitting, it said Liam. So, kind of want to start this without the muffler and see what it sounds like. Let's see, well, no, I won't do it in the garage because put the piston down, scratch carbon off. I have to just blow there, press it. With that, do every time I went inside. Wow, Liam. Well, 00. Right, with that, are you sure that wouldn't leave carbon in there? Because if pretty much any gets left in there, it's gonna completely destroy it. And that carbon is already starting to make some marks. So that's why I'm trying to get it out of there. But if you feel like it won't damage anything. Yeah, Liam, that's what I thought. But it's still a good suggestion. I just wouldn't trust it though. Hey, Ronaldo. Are you still here? Okay, I'm gonna flip this around and see if I can get a better angle at this throttle handle. Here. Okay. This has actually been broken. That handle's been broken since we got this leaf blower because I bought it used off of eBay. So, I'll spin the camera around here. Yeah, I agree, Liam. So can y'all see? Yeah, right there. It's broken in half. So, I'm just going to do something like that. And then there is a top fan. Let's see. And how's school going? School has been going good, Liam. Let's see. So there's a zip tie right there. I'm going to try not to cut anything with the blower. There we go. And now that. Okay, so the rest of it. Well, I use that method to clean it out. Whatever works best for you. Okay, 00. Yeah, I'll try that. I'm just a little bit leery though, but hey, if you say you had never had a problem, then I don't see why I should. Okay. Going to flip this back around. So there's that. And I don't know if I'll get the light back in there. I might have to take the gas tank off. But right in there's a screw. Pretty much right where the light is. Right there. So, I'm going to be right back and get something. And hopefully it'll work. use that as a reference. Seven's too big. Okay, gotta find. Huh. That's weird. My mom just came out and said that Mr. L just said hi, but I don't see him. Well, where did I just put those sockets? Oh, right here. Sorry, guys. I lost track of my sockets. So, what I'm thinking about trying to get that screw out without removing the gas tank, I can find the right socket, which is 1/4 inch for this. I'm going to take a small ratchet. Won't fit. I'm going to put a 25 bit in this socket and try to squeeze that in between there, but no one cares. Started it. But that won't work, unfortunately. So, let's see. How does that tank even... Oh, no. You gotta be kidding me. I think in order to... Oh, no. In order to do this, I think I have to pull the engine out. Yeah, I know that sounds a little bit weird, but this... Huh. Oh, good. Thankfully, I don't have to pull the engine. The reason why I thought I had to pull the engine was because the new cable has the ground wires for the coil, but I didn't realize that there's a splice in there up behind the carburetor, so I don't have to pull the engine to put it directly on the coil. Ugh. Mr. L, did you comment? Live chat, all messages are visible. No, I don't see Mr. L in here. Get a ratchet. Yeah, I tried that, Liam. But it... Yeah, he did. You sure, Liam? I don't see him on my screen. You can put this down. Oh, what are you fixing? I see Ronaldo edits. And then the only other... Grow up, he's there. Liam, I just went to the very top of my comments, and no Mr. L. Well, Mr. L, if you're watching, hi. I didn't see you. My comments, it's not showing yours for some reason. It's showing Liam and 00, but not you. So, Liam, I tried a ratchet, but it ain't gonna fit in there. 00, do you see Mr. L? Or is Liam just mental? Crazy. Okay, so I gotta get the gas tank off, which I think is from the bottom. Oh, there you are, Mr. L. Hi. Good to see you here. Okay. So, the fuel tank has 2 screws at the bottom. Wrench, use a wrench. Well, Liam, I don't see how I could do that. Mr. L, I'm trying to get a new throttle handle on this leaf blower because the old one cracked in half and won't stay on. No, Mr. L, I found it off of eBay. So, Liam, could you explain how to do the wrench? Because that would save me a couple minutes of getting the fuel tank off. Oh, I think I know what you mean. Hang on, I'll be right back. I'm getting a wrench. So, Liam, do you mean doing something similar to this? So I don't have to take that tank off, because that'd be a good way to get that screw out of there. Oh no! Ooh, I almost dumped out all these bits. Okay. Right now I'm looking for a real short T25. If I can find it in here. It's kind of a... Okay, I got one. Okay. I sure wish I could find that light. It's a nice light, but of course I can't find it. So I will just put that light in there. Royal Rain, hi. Oh yeah, Mr. L, yeah. Sure. I don't like gloves. Can y'all see? Hang on, I'm going to lower the camera just a little bit. There we go. Now y'all can see. The screw I'm after is right in there. So I think what Liam meant was do something a little bit like that. Oh well. I think I will just pull the tank. It's 2 screws. There's 2 screws directly on the bottom of the tank. Right there and right there. You can't really see it, but... Okay. Now where'd the drill go? Right here. What am I knocking over? Nothing. So there's 2 screws. I'm not going to take the lines off for this. There we go. This is a little... Trying to not drop this. So there's the 2 tank screws. And... let's see, that just want to pull out. Yeah. Okay. So, do you have a down wrench? I did not. I thought down. No, Liam, I don't know what that is, but that is a T25 screw, and it also has a slot for a flathead. Ooh, didn't expect it to be so short. Okay, there's that screw out. and pull that conduit out. So I'm going to move you guys to the other side. Four watching, 4 likes. Okay, not terrible, but still not good. Okay, going to move you over here. A little bit of a mess in here. I'm going to put you right there. And next thing that's got to come off there. I don't want to get myself in the camera, which I'm not. So the next thing that comes off is this, which is the air filter cover. Put that down by the muffler. There's the air filter, which that's a relatively new air filter. So I'm going to try to keep it off the dirt if I can. Let's see. No comments. Oh, yeah. Okay, there's one more screw. I'll show you. Here. Get you out of the camera stand. Let's see. Where'd my light go? Oh, I found it. I can't keep track of these tools. I don't know why. So there's one more screw right up in there. So we'll get that out. Now I'm holding the camera with my hand, so that's why it's not too good. Okay. Holding this drill with my left hand is a little bit of a challenge. Yeah. No, I ain't wearing no flip-flops. I don't even own any. Okay, there's that screw out. And that just kind of pulls out. And fuel line seems to be old. No, 00, those are brand new lines. Yeah, sorry. That's my notifications. I'll turn them down real quick. It did that earlier. Okay, I fixed it. Can y'all still hear me? I don't know if that would have changed anything. So I don't know if you can see it up in there. But you see those plasticky things? That's where the ground wire hooks up. And I thought I was going to have to pull the engine out to connect those to the coil. But thankfully they put it right there. But no, 00, that's brand new grommet and lines on there. Okay, Royal Rain. This thing's a little dirty. Trying to think of the next step here. I think the next thing I gotta do. Well, wait a minute, Brown. What do you mean 00 Brown? Hang on here. I gotta look at this other cable and be sure it's the correct one. I sure hope it is, because I think I can't return it because it's been too long. I did get it off of Amazon, and they're usually pretty easy with their returns, but I gotta check that where it goes into the carburetor is the same. It looks a bit different. I don't know if it's going to work or not. Okay, Mr. L. See you in a minute. Okay, I gotta get scissors to cut that real quick. Hold on, I'll be right back. I'm trying to get this package open, which is relatively tough plastic. It's definitely a lot cheaper quality than the OEM, but scared there for a second. Almost thought it didn't come with the part that was broken. Well, what's happening here? Okay, I think I see how this goes on now. Yeah, I know it's not a great live, but well, I don't know. That might not work. Oh, okay, I see how it's designed. It will work. Good. I'm used to the echoes with the two nuts, not just one. Okay, I'll bring you over here. Sorry again about the lighting. Right there is where that comes out of. I gotta grab a wrench for that. It looks like a 3/8. 3/8. Grab 7/16. I can't find the light that I would like for this. That's 7/16 must be. Nope, 3/8. No way, it's 10 mil. They could definitely be standard. Well, they're Swedish, so I guess that makes sense why they're metric. At least they used to be Swedish anyway. I don't know where they're still made. That's a 10 mil. Yep. That's the size, 10 mil. Okay, back that off. Gotta go back. I've never worked on one of these, so I don't know all the sizes and tools, so that's why I had to keep going back and forth. That must be a 5/16. Let's see. 5/16 or 8 mil. 8 mil will work. Yep. I want to have this thing fixed and ready because we have 4 yards to clean. Now we do have about 9 other leaf blowers, but this is the biggest that we have. Yeah, this is taking a while, but well, can I do that by hand? I think so, yeah. Okay, get that out. I'll use the flat of this spark plug tool here to get that out. The cable itself is still in good shape, but it's the handle that was broken. Let's see. Yeah, we got a lot. That won't come out. So, since this is junk anyway, we're going to do that. Now, obviously, if this cable is any good, that isn't an option. But this cable is not good, and it's going to get thrown away because you can't really take it out of the handle, at least that I know of anyway. And then those two should pull apart, I think, anyway. I don't know. Kind of acting like they don't want to come apart. Huh. But they're going to. Wow, that is tight. Obviously, I don't want to cut those wires. Whoops, sorry. Because I don't want to redo the wires because I don't know how to do wiring. Wires I'm trying to get apart are these two ground wires here that shut it off. Oh, there's one. There's the other one. Okay, now all I have to do... What is that? Oh, okay. Now, I'm just getting the clamps off of this that hold it on to the blower, which are these little springy things, and as you tighten it, it holds the cable down so it doesn't slide back and forth. Uh-oh. Well, we got just a little bit of a problem here. I might have to do a little bit of cutting with these wires, which I was hoping I did not have to do. I'll show you, because if you look at those two wires, this is on the new one, and then you look at the two, hang on, it's kind of stuck, and then if you look at the two on the old one, well, yeah, okay, so this here, or this one here is, it's for something like that, but the wire coming out of the blower is a bit different. So, let's see, are you sure? Am I sure? Yeah. I might have to cut off this wire and put the other one from the old one on there. Let's see, how easy or hard is that going to be? Well, I'm not going to be able to do that because connectors that are crimped cannot be reused, because once you crimp a connector on the wire and then you cut the wire off right there, you can't get that piece of wire out of there. So yeah, I'll have to I'll go ahead and get the, well, I don't know, I was thinking about getting everything else put on, but then again, there's a leaf in there, but then again, I don't want to have to take it all back apart if I can't fix that wire. And all the connectors are at my grandparents' house, so I'll have to put this on hold until then. Well, unless, well, I was thinking about just switching the wire, but then again, I'll have to take the handle all apart and risk losing a spring or something like that, and I just don't want that. I mean, I would just say get the right part. Well, Liam, this is the right part, but these wires are slightly different because this handle also works on the 150 BT backpack blower, which I believe has this style of wires, but the ones coming out of this leaf blower has this type of connector right here for this. Does that make sense? You know, I'm trying to think about this. It's got two of these coming out of the blower for two of these style, but this wire has one of each. And I don't think we even have this connector even in our collection that's at my grandparents' house. And I don't want to put it together and find out, oh, hey, something else is not right. Got to take it all back apart. So what I think I'm going to do is just wait until I can go over there, which won't be very long. We'll be going this week. But I'll have to come back to this some other time. Yeah, I would wait and get the right connectors. Yeah, Liam. Right. So I'll just loosely put it back together so I don't have parts laying around. And I'll move on to something else, which I have planned for this live. These two. So that screw goes in there. Well, I didn't want to do that because just in case something else goes wrong or we don't have the correct connector, I don't want to have to do all this again because there's several things you have to do and I don't want to do it all again. It'll just save time that way. I'll just get these loosely put in. Fuel tank, just probably will clean this. Maybe. I don't know. You never know about me. Smart, yeah. And I just don't like cleaning stuff. There's 2 screws at the bottom of the fuel tank here. I know you can't see. And I can't see. So, you know. Oops, everything's trying to fall. This way there's not just parts flopping around everywhere. Am I even getting it in there? No. Now I should be. I think. I can't tell. Yeah, I got that screw in. And then this other screw. Sorry for all the background noise. We live on a busy road and I have the door open because it's nice out. Okay. And now we'll clear a spot for trying to clear a spot for the camera. I put everything right where I set it, of course. So next step, I'll get the muffler. Well, I don't know if I'll put the muffler on. I'll clean that out after off camera because it's hard enough for me to see, let alone try to get the camera and good lighting in there. So I'll just set that off to the side. And I think I'll put this back out into the driveway. I'll put that over there so you don't see me. I'll get to that once I get some wire connectors. That Shindaiwa leaf blower there is really nice. If you can ever find one for a good price, I'd recommend getting one. It's an EV254. If you're looking for a blower, that's a nice one. It does have the hybrid engine in it, or 4-mix, whatever you want to call it, like the steel backpack blowers, but it's not nearly as problematic as those. At least not that I have seen. I mean, I haven't had it a terribly long time, and I just got it to run. But I've got plenty of leaves to clean up to test it this fall. That goes into the cover for the other leaf blower. The engine housing cover. Just trying to get all this stuff in one spot so it's easier to get cleaned up. Can't believe it's been an hour already. Well, 50 minutes. Liam from Double O, are you still here? This is another leaf blower. And why am I fixing it? I do not know. Is it a piece of junk? It is. Do I like to waste my time? Apparently so. Okay. Okay. It just, for some reason, you can't really trust YouTube when it comes to trying to figure out how many people you have watching, because sometimes it'll say you have 100, and then 2 minutes later it'll say you have 0, so you never know what you're truly getting. I'm going to try to lower this a little bit. I got this thing off of eBay for like $5 because it's not worth much more. And I just couldn't get it to run right. It did run, but it was just awful. Didn't matter how much I adjusted the carburetor. The old carburetor wasn't in bad shape. All the diaphragms were still pretty okay. So I just want to check the spark plug here if it'll come loose. Which it doesn't. There we go. It's a little bit tight. I might have cleaned this. Yeah. Looks like from the 90s. I don't know, Double O, how old this thing is. I don't know where the sticker is that tells you how old it is. And I spent 2 hours looking for this rope for this blower because I guess I don't have the camera. Because you can see it's a little bit rough. Let's see, this gas has been in here a little while. So I just want to smell it to be sure it's still good. Ooh, it's definitely a little bit old. Why is one side of the formation? Oh. You mean kind of over in there? The reason why that side over there is dirty is because that's where the muffler is, so that's where all the oil gets sprayed out. So the first thing I want to check in this thing is I can't find a good camera angle, which I think I know why, because I have the camera on the wrong side. If I bring you over here, now you can see a bit better. Something kind of like that. Okay. So to take, I gotta take that handle off. I got a mess of tools. Yeah, I know. I'm trying to find the best camera angle. Let's see. Did I miss any comments? To take that handle off, let's see. 3/8 is too small, and I got the other sockets on the seat here because I used them last night and didn't put them away. And here is the good quarter that I was missing. Let's see, that's 1/2 inch. That goes in there. So I think of those look like 1/2 inch, 7/16, I guess. Yep, 7/16. Trying to make this as unboring as I can, and as I throw stuff down. Entertaining, not unboring. That's not even a word. There's two nuts. They're there, and one up at the front, which I'll show you. I think you can see. Yeah, you can see good enough. I'm not going to do the recoil tonight just because I got to take the whole thing apart to do that. I might do a separate live or a video just on that because of how these little generic blowers are made. And there's a nut, I think, up in there. I gotta look. Yeah, there's a nut. I'll show you at to get the handle clear off where this third nut is. I think I got it off, yeah. So the third nut is, you see, it's right up in there at the front of the handle, and it goes in that, on that stud right there. So I'll just throw that off to the side, and what I need to check is the muffler. I want to check and see if it's clogged up with anything, because of the way it ran. It kind of ran like it might be. Which there's 4 screws right here. If I miss your comments, I don't aim to. I'm just not looking at through the camera or at it. And it looks like to take this cover off, there's screws all around, which for that, it looks like I will be able to use that ratchet, which I cannot find. I'll be able to do the ratchet up in there like that. And if you're going to do something like that, it's a 1/4-inch bit, or I mean a 1/4-inch socket that will fit into the, I don't know why I can't talk. I had a bit already out, and I don't know where I put it. Oh, here it is. So it's a 1/4-inch socket that will fit on the hex of that. Hang on, I gotta check the comments here. Okay, Liam. Good night. Sorry, I didn't see your comment. Man, that won't work. Will that? No. Man, this thing is a dumb design. So, let's see. I don't want fuel to pour out of the lines. There's no carburetor on it. I don't know how. Boy, I'm an idiot. I don't know why that won't fit, because those are Allens, not Torx. Let's see what size it is. These are standard, and I'm sure this thing is metric. That's too big, or too small, I mean. That won't fit. And I'll grab that one, which seems like it should fit. That's metric. Oh, Mr. L, you're back. I switched leaf blowers because the ground wires on the other handle for the other leaf blower have the wrong connectors on the end of it for the kill wires. And I don't feel like messing around with wires tonight. I'm trying to get this Allen wrench back in here, but I don't want to go in. Well, what's going on there? That's supposed to fit in there just nice. Oh, because I put the wrong Allen in the wrong spot. Hold on. Yeah, I know. Green. I'm trying to get the right tool for this, so I apologize for not doing anything. Stupid thing's metric, so. And we don't have a nice set like that I just had in metric. So I gotta dig through this and Yep, I know it's sad, but it's true. Let's see, is that the right one? I hope so. It's a little bit cool out here. It's about 50, 45, 50 around there. I can't quite see the thermometer. Yeah, I hate digging through these things. But, okay. I would like to try to find a holder for these. You know, like 4, 5, 6 for metric and standard, 7/32, 3/8. That actually tells you what size they are, so I don't have to keep doing this every time. I actually don't know if they have that. That's a good idea, actually. I would assume they would. Am I still alive? Yeah, 1 hour and 2 minutes. Wow. Right now, I'm trying to find the right Allen bit for this. Ooh, finally found it. Good. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna put all these away. These little cheap blowers are very hard to work on. I don't know why I thought it'd be a good idea to get one of these, but at the time, I did, and now I regret that decision. So I'd like to try to sell this thing for maybe $50 at the most, and I doubt I'll get that, but I want to try to at least get that much out of it. I only got it for a few dollars before. Let's see here. Okay. Let's see. So we'll go this way. I think that's tightening. I don't know why I can't figure out which way is which tonight. I guess I just can't think too good. So off. We're going to be going down. Okay. Down feels like it's tightening. Oh no, that's stuck in there now. Now that's stuck. What am I supposed to do? There we go. Okay. This might take me a little while, but I smell smoke from somewhere. I don't like it. Let's see, I can't get this lined up in here too good. Seems like I can't see nothing. Which I can't. This is smoke, yeah, like somebody burning off in the distance. It could have been that fire we had earlier, still smoking a little bit. It's not strong like it's nearby, but I just get little whiffs of it here and there. Not cigarette smoke, but so I don't know if you can see, there's, I'll show you here, there's 2 screws there and there that I'm trying to get out, and I think that's all. Oops. And then there's a couple on the top that I'm trying to get out. And what's taking so long is, I have to do this with an Allen, and I can only go like a quarter turn at a time, and then it's a little tricky to get it back in there. Maybe about a half a turn, a little more than a quarter. If these screws aren't very long, because I might be doing this for 5 minutes if it is. Ugh. But once I get this out, then stuff and things will be happening. A little bit more interesting than this. I wonder if I can get pliers on that. I'm going to grab pliers real quick and see what I can do. Because that's taking too long there. Try bring needle and regular. Yeah, pliers seem to work pretty good. I think I'm turning the screw. I can't quite tell. Yeah, I am. 1 hour and 8 minutes. Wow. Sure don't seem like I've been on that long. Time flies. It's cold out. Okay, there's the screw I was fighting with. And I got one more to try to fight with. Kind of tucked away in here by the fuel tank, which is kind of hard for even me to see. What is this dumb design? I don't like it at all. Cockroach. Okay. I don't want any cockroaches around here. How is the audio? Let's see. Trying to get this Allen up in there, but it does not want to go up in there. Okay, thanks. Let's see. Can I get needle nose in there? No, it won't get me any grip. I wonder if I take the gas tank off, which is pretty easy. It's just a couple of screws. I might get better access to that screw. Gotta take this whole thing apart just to get to one screw. It's sad. why a lot of shops turn down these little two-strokes, because they're just so hard to work on. You know, they have to spend all day, and you end up putting more money into them than it's even worth, because they make them so complicated. They're not complicated. They're just as simple as any other two-stroke, but you just have to take so much apart to get to one thing. And have every hour is more money. So there's 3 screws to hold the tank in, 2 there and 1 right there, which I think you can see. And now I have full access to that screw. I should have done that a long time ago. Oh, there's even a screw hidden behind that tank. Is that not the same head of screw? It is. Okay. This is a dumb design here. Trying to get this done quickly, get these screws out quick, because I don't want to bore anybody. Let's see, is that gonna try to strip out? Yeah, just wanting to strip a little bit. No comments. Okay. Yeah, I don't like this. I'll move on to this other screw. Yeah. Let's see. 100% no if I can't get pliers on that. Whoops. Trying to do this is a little bit tricky at this angle. That just keeps. So I'm gonna get vice grips. I'll be right back. Let's see. Now I don't have any other tools that I can think of that would get up in there. No, man. That's dumb. Hold on, I'm trying to think of any other tools we might have that would help me get that screw out. Now there's a screw right there and one right there, which I'm going to try vice grips. And if that'll be faster, then nope. That just slipped right off. Okay, just keep going a little bit at a time with this, I guess, until I can get that out more to grab on with pliers. Oh, well, yeah. I don't know why I didn't just do it like that. This is dumb. I gotta try to get these back in. Let's see, am I missing any comments? Oh, this is dumb. I do not like this. Once I can get that head out of there, or I guess not so close to that plastic. Why did my camera stand just move? If I can get that head a little bit farther from that plastic, then I can grab a hold of it with pliers, which I don't know if I can or not now. Ouch. Plant my fingers in there. Ow. That's not working too good. I cannot see up in there to line that up. Is that not the same screw? Well, got 11 people. Okay, I mean, that's better than no people. Okay, this is dumb. Well, I don't know. I might not do this tonight just because how boring this is. I don't know why I even thought it'd be a good idea to try to film this thing, because it's a struggle just for me to work on it. I can't even see to get that lined up. Really would have been nice if they put the head of the screw up at the top instead of down at the bottom, because this is not friendly to work on. Trying to get these vice grips to grip on there, which I don't really want to for some reason. There we go. Okay, finally we're kind of getting somewhere. Now I'll try these other pliers. And let me check my comments real quick. Now I think these should work. Yeah, I got more metal to grip on. This is a pain. I might not put these screws back in here. It's got 4, 5 other screws holding it in, so. Double O, are you still here? Now I might be able to twist it with my fingers, yeah. 10 people watching, 6 likes. Okay. Once I get past these screws, then I can move on to the other parts, which will be a little bit more productive than sitting here watching my arm. Trying to get these out. Let's see. I don't remember which screws are which. Those 3 are the fuel tank. Those 2 are for this cover I'm trying to get off. On this screw here, I can get a better turn on it. There we go. Boy, do I hate working on these little cheap stuff. Takes you 5 minutes just to get the screw out. It's ridiculous. Let's see. Let's see if I can grab on with these here pliers, which I can't even see to grab. Wow, this is dumb. Let's see, and I can't get it. There's no holes up in the bottom to poke that through. Let's see. Is anybody still here? After this, I could imagine that that nobody would be here with how boring this is right now. Now I can get the pliers on there, hopefully. Okay, this is the last screw on the bottom. Yeah, I just can't get a good grip on it. It's too slippery. Double O, are you still here? I've already been on here an hour and 24 minutes, so I probably won't be too much longer. It is 10, so I might go till about 10:15 or so. It's what? 15, 25 more minutes. 25 minutes or so, I don't know. I do know, but I'm just not taking a second to add it. Okay, and there's one screw up at the very front, pretty much right below the spark plug. You gotta take out. It's just a short little screw. Okay, wow. Finally. And this should lift off of here, which it looks like I gotta remove that air filter real quick here. There we go. Okay. Get these screws out of here. This is just in the air filter box. Okay, there we go. Just about. And here's the two gaskets that go on there. One goes, this one goes, can you see that? Yeah, this one goes up against the cylinder, and then the other one goes up against the air filter base. And, wow. Huh, I didn't know that when you took this cover off, you went into the crankcase. Okay. Very interesting. And it seems to be doing just good in there. This recoil is a little sticky. So, what I wanted to check is this muffler here, which that's loose. Well, it appears so. This cylinder is loose. Maybe that is the whole reason why this thing would not run. What kind of screw is that? I can't tell. There's no screws in the muffler, it's just a spring. Maybe that's it. Hang on, I gotta grab a T27 screwdriver. Getting cold. I might be going in here very soon. I got a whole big mess to clean up too, so I don't know how much longer I'll be on. That screw is tight. Yeah, they're both tight. Okay. Just that whole thing rocks back and forth. I don't like that. Bunch of stink bugs in here. I don't like them. You can see just how much that rocks back and forth. I don't like that too much. But, I mean, those are tight. Very tight. Maybe that's how it's supposed to be. I don't know. Get off there. 7 mics, okay. One more. It's not a lot. But 7's better than 0, I guess. Okay. Let's see. To get this spring out, I think that's a bad choice of pliers. I'm going to use these because they'll grip a bit better. Ooh. Wow. That ain't a very easy spring to get off of there. I'm going to grab a spring tool real quick. One and a half hours. Wow. It's not wanting to come off of there. The reason why I'm taking this muffler off is I want to be sure it's not clogged up with any carbon or anything. It's kind of putting up a fight to get off of there. There's not another spring on the bottom. I don't really see. Oh no, there's two springs. Oh no. This is turning into a little bit of a problem here. The bottom one shouldn't be terribly hard to get off. That is, if I can get the top one off. Try to get these needle nose in there. How about I go the other way? Wonder what that would do. I don't see how to get this spring even out of here. I can almost get it with these pliers, but it slips off right at the end, like that, and that won't do it. Well, maybe I can try vice grips on that. Not quite tight enough. It keeps slipping off. Those won't work. Do I have a... I use this as a screwdriver, I guess. I don't do good with getting springs off. It just keeps slipping off. Alright, well, I think I'm going to come back to this tomorrow. It's getting late. I'm getting a little bit cold. I can't get these springs off of here. Well, let's see. I wonder if I can... I don't even see where the exhaust... Oh, it's a tiny little hole that the exhaust comes out of at the bottom. I don't know if it has a spark arrestor screen in it. That just come off now. Well, let's see. What if I take it off from the other way? What will that get me, I wonder? Let's see. I can get a screwdriver in there. It's foam right there, huh? Oh no. Did I just do what I think I did? I hope I didn't. Oh, I broke a fan. Well, let's see, with a bit of a gap, I might be able to get this now. Man, I broke a fan off. This is ridiculous here. I don't even know how they expect you to get these springs off of here. Can't. There's not much to hold on to keep the blower from flying, and I don't know why that. Can I just. One hour and 36 minutes. Let's see here. I want to try to get a good grip on that and pull it. I'm going to grab a better flat screwdriver. I'll definitely have to come back to this at a different point in time. Man, this is a dumb design here. Let's see if I can get that under there. I wonder. Wow, this is a bad design here. So I wondered if I could try to pry just enough to get these in there, but I don't see how I can do that, to be honest. Tough spring for sure. That won't work at all on there. Alright, well, I think I'm done for tonight. It's getting kind of late and cold. I got a mess to clean up. Hang on, I'm trying to get you out of the camera. Got all this to put away. All this to put away. All that up there to put away. So, I'm going to finish a different day. Alright, well, see y'all later. Bye.